If you've been following along, you would have heard the announcement last week that I was named to Ottawa's 40 under 40. Super pumped about it, really humbled and honored by the recognition, and appreciate the outpouring of messages and calls from friends, family, colleagues in the business world. But one thing that I keep getting asked is, "Hey Riaz, how did you get to 40 under 40? What is the road, the journey? What does it look like for you?" And some of my colleagues that are in their 20s and 30s are asking, "Hey, what can I do to maybe one day be a 40 under 40?" So I know that no two roads are the same, or that I only can chart my own path as you can yours. But perhaps I can answer some questions today that might guide or point you in the right direction to get you into a place where you may be a 40 under 40 once you never feel ready. I mean, is this a business? We have 20 employees and 40 under 40, fastest growing companies. It still doesn't feel like I'm ready to be a real business owner or I'm making a run. Although I think we are making a run. Yeah, we're making a run. Established, good, average, and poor business owners come at every age. And so what I would say is that there's no advantage to being an established business owner, because you could fail as well. Just like being young doesn't mean you're great at technology either. So I wanted to add that preamble before I answer the question. So how do you compete in a world that's very competitive, is I think what you're trying to say. You have to put yourself out there. You have to create a product or service that's delivering value all the time. And you have to be on top of your business all the time. For me, I think what keeps me humble is knowing that I'm only 10% of where I want to get to. And I always keep that number in my mind. And that is what drives me to keep going. And I think also remembering that there are people that are better off and there's people that are going to be worse off. And you're just somewhere in the middle. Is it okay to fail? Failure is everywhere throughout the journey. Failure is the journey. If people choose not to partner with us, that's a failure. If a campaign doesn't go out the way we wanted, that's a failure. If a client leaves or an employee leaves, that's a failure. Failure is part of success. The drawing board is always out. I just got cut off in the last scene there, and I was thinking, should I do it again? Should I not? Are people going to care? You probably don't care, right? So you're always thinking about how you can make things better and improve all the time. Show up consistently, put yourself out there. There are so many business owners that don't want to pick up the camera and share what they can share with the world in terms of their craft and their domain expertise. Get out there, put yourself out there. I was very much against the idea of running a business. My parents ran businesses. I saw how stressful it was for them. And I was like, I'm going to be more stable. I kind of just more fell into it. I was good at what my craft of digital marketing was, and I thought I could do this better. So I did. I answered the second question, but I didn't answer the first one. So my 20s were a lot of partying, too much partying, not much concentration. I graduated from university at 25 or 26. I had a failed run at moving to Toronto. I was a mess. I don't. Everyone has 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week. You decide how you want to break out those hours. What you put your energy towards are probably what you're going to be successful at. If it's being lazy, you're going to be successful at that as well. All the time. You always have to prove yourself to everyone all the time, regardless of age, regardless of your background, your race, gender. These things are all barriers, but you're always having to bring value above that. Unfortunately, not, because passion isn't the only thing you need. You need to be patient. You need to be understanding. You need to put your own interests aside. A lot of the time, you have to be willing to let go of control. So there's a lot of sacrifices you have to make. I wouldn't quit my job to start a business. I mean, I got a voluntary buyout, which I raised my hand and volunteered for. I got paid for 5 months. I had a few clients already at that point. So it was very calculated. I wouldn't take a big risk like that. Good question. I don't know. Canada 40 under 40? The world 40 under 40? The universe? The universe? The giant laser? All right, I'm gonna stop there because the laser, the Dr. Evil laser thing made me think that maybe my head is getting a bit too big. So 40 under 40, super honored, super humbled.